In 2020, East Price Hill has been among the 10 most violent neighborhoods if you use the 5 people who lost their lives to the pull of a trigger here as the primary metric. I spoke with Cincinnati's top cop about it. He told me there's no single answer and gave a range of reasons, including the sheer number of guns in America that makes them easily accessible. According to the Brookings Institute, guns outnumber people in the United States. There are 400 million firearms in circulation for a population of about 330 million. The chief also says the pandemic has caused anxiety, hampered community connection, and created additional hardship like job loss, all fueling this year's shooting spike. Other cities have seen similar violent upticks, but it runs deeper than COVID. Here's more of our conversation with the chief.
The amount of guns and how they are coming into the community is of grave concern.
Are they stolen?
I believe the majority are stolen. But there are also a very large number of that are legally purchased, and they're passed on to individuals that are not legally allowed to possess a firearm.
How are we getting tough on that?
You know, one of the things that we're doing is our partnership with the U.S. Attorney's Office, charging some of these individuals federally. Because just to be quite honest, we've not been very effective in state court with this. We need greater consequences for people that are possessing illegal guns. When they're in possession of a gun illegally, they're using these firearms to commit felonious assaults or homicides. We need to be as tough on that as we are possibly able, and pursuing them federally is an effective way to do that.
We also talked about what the chief, in his decades of experience policing, sees as the root cause of gun violence.
The root causes really lie in the social conditions of our neighborhoods. I think gun violence is just basically a symptom of a greater disease, and poverty is really that disease.
The chief isn't the only one who named poverty and lack of opportunity as significant symptoms in the disease that is gun violence. I'd like you to meet Calvin Ivory. He grew up right here in Kennedy Heights.
This is young Calvin. He says when he was a kid, his father wasn't really there. It's one of the things that made his childhood in Kennedy Heights tough.
Started, young, making bad decisions and being in the wrong environments, making wrong decisions, drug dealing and things of that nature.
He says carrying a gun went with the work, so that's what he did for a decade or more.
Why?
For protection, to protect myself, the environment you in. You be scared, you don't know what's gonna happen. It's unpredictable, living that lifestyle.
He says he never actually used his weapon.
But did you worry that you could be the victim of gun violence?
All the time.
All the time. Why?
Because I was seeing it happen all the time around me, in front of me, to people I was real close with. It was a constant, living that life. A lot of people won't get it unless they grew up in those environments. Like, we grew up in environments where you have less opportunities to succeed and thrive, and if you're in that environment as a young child growing up in that environment, and that's all you know, it's become something that you're used to.